Hey guys, Jason Scudellari with CPP. In front of me is a narrow leaf spring kit fitting 62 to 67 Novas. I'm going to walk you through it step by step. That way you at home can do the same thing. Let's get busy. Be sure you put your sleeve on there. This is going to take up the offset from your narrow leaf spring. Typically when you just order a narrowed leaf spring kit, you're going to get a bushing like this, very hard rubber. In our case, we're upgrading to the traction bars, so we put the D-bushings in with the sleeves. I'm going to go ahead and install the sleeve now. The sleeves are longer than the compressed bushings that I've installed, and there's a reason for that. We'll get to that in a little bit, but let's go ahead and install the other D-bushings. All right, so we're getting back to the front where we installed the longer sleeves, and the reason for that is the traction bar brackets, the thrust washer, which will prevent it from squeaking. Now time to install in the car. All right, we're gonna put the bushings in the frame. Be sure to install the sleeve. And then next, the shackles. So the kit also includes your axle bracket, which will match up with your narrowed leaf spring. Get your rear end up, leafs into the shackles, place these onto your rear end. Make sure your pinion angle is correct before welding on. These ones we've already installed and welded, so all we have to do now, install the rear end, get the leaf up, continue on. All right, now I'm going to attach the axle to the shackle, washer, nylock. Go ahead and tighten up. All right, now we can get the rear end down on the leaf. Make sure you get your centering pins into the bracket. And there we go. Now we can do the U-bolts and shock mount plates. We're ready to secure the rear end of the leaf spring. That's what this plate does, but it also attaches your shock. Once up and in there, we're gonna use the washer and nuts. They're a little smaller in diameter, which cleans them up, but they're much longer in a conventional nut. And this is gonna give you more thread surface for a stronger application. And they're made out of stainless, so you don't have to worry about them rusting. So I once had a wise man tell me, the U-bolt's not tight unless it's singing. So make sure you get it tight, kind of like a guitar string. You want to hear that twang in it. We're going to use a double adjustable shock. This way we can adjust compression, rebound, fine tune it for, again, the streets. And then when you really want to get more aggressive for the track, turn it up. But first, before mounting the shock, we got to use the factory shock mount here. This is all for the top. Get your bushings in correctly. Get your nut on there. We'll go ahead and tighten that up, add the second nut, which is a locking device, and install this in the car. Be sure when you're using a double adjustable shock, when you go to put it on the mount, that you can get to the knobs easily. Obviously, turning it this way, you're gonna have a leaf spring in the way, so we're best right about there. So that concludes the rear suspension with the narrow leaf spring package. All that's left is making sure everything's secure and tight, getting the tires back on, getting it on the ground, trying it out.